Have you ever wondered what happened to the 12 apostles after Jesus' resurrection? How did their lives unfold, and what became of them in the face of persecution and trials? Each apostle embarked on a unique journey, spreading the message of Christ to different corners of the world, but their paths were far from easy. Who among them faced the most harrowing martyrdom? Did any of them escape a violent end? Join us as we uncover the incredible and sometimes tragic stories of the apostles' final moments and their lasting impact on Christianity. Which story will surprise you the most? Let's dive in and find out. Before we start, we'd love to hear from you. Which apostles' story surprises you the most? Do you think their deaths reflect the roles they played in shaping the faith? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss any future episodes. Now, let's embark on this enlightening journey. Simon Peter, known as Peter or the Rock. Simon Peter is arguably the most famous apostle. A fisherman by trade, Peter was one of Jesus' closest confidants. He witnessed key events such as the Transfiguration and Jesus walking on water. Despite his passionate loyalty, Peter famously denied Jesus 3 times during his trial, an act he deeply regretted. According to tradition, Peter was crucified in Rome under Emperor Nero around 64 AD. Feeling unworthy to die as Jesus did, he requested to be crucified upside down. Though the Bible does not detail his death, Jesus foreshadowed Peter's martyrdom in John 21:18-19, telling him, "When you are old, you will stretch out your hands, and someone else will dress you and lead you where you do not want to go." Peter's life exemplifies redemption and unwavering faith, showing how even those who falter can become cornerstones of their faith. James, son of Zebedee, James the Greater. James the Greater, brother of John, was part of Jesus' inner circle. He was present during pivotal moments like the raising of Jairus' daughter and the Garden of Gethsemane. Nicknamed Sons of Thunder, along with John, James displayed fiery zeal, once suggesting they called down fire on a Samaritan village that rejected Jesus. James is the only apostle whose martyrdom is recorded in the Bible. In Acts 12:2, King Herod Agrippa orders him executed by the sword, likely beheading him. Tradition claims James also evangelized in Spain, and his supposed remains are enshrined in Santiago de Compostela, a major pilgrimage site. James's willingness to die for his faith highlights his boldness and dedication as one of Christianity's earliest martyrs. John, son of Zebedee. John, the beloved disciple, is remembered for his close relationship with Jesus. Unlike the other apostles, John is believed to have died of natural causes. Exiled to the island of Patmos, John received a vision that became the book of Revelation. Tradition suggests John survived an attempt to boil him in oil, which only strengthened his faith. Released from exile, he likely lived out his days in Ephesus, where he preached and wrote. Some legends claim John ascended to heaven without dying, similar to Enoch and Elijah, though there's no biblical support for this. John's life was marked by love, as evidenced in his writings, emphasizing that God is love, 1 John 4:8. His peaceful death contrasts sharply with the violent ends of his fellow apostles. Andrew, Peter's brother, was the first to follow Jesus. A former disciple of John the Baptist, Andrew recognized Jesus as the Messiah and introduced Peter to him. While overshadowed by Peter, Andrew played a pivotal role in the early church. Andrew was martyred in Patras, Greece, around 60 AD. According to tradition, he was crucified on an X-shaped cross, now known as St. Andrew's Cross. Bound, rather than nailed, Andrew continued preaching for 3 days before succumbing. Andrew's life reminds us that faith is not about prominence but devotion. His humility and sacrifice inspire Christians to serve faithfully, even in the shadows. Philip hailed from Bethsaida, like Peter and Andrew. Known for his practical nature, Philip asked Jesus logistical questions such as how to feed the 5,000. He also played a significant role in introducing Nathanael, possibly Bartholomew, to Jesus. Philip's martyrdom likely occurred around 80 AD. Some accounts suggest he was crucified, while others claim he was stoned or beheaded. Philip's association with Greek-speaking communities indicates his efforts to spread Christianity beyond Jewish populations. Philip's legacy lies in his role as a bridge, bringing diverse groups to Jesus and demonstrating that the gospel transcends cultural boundaries. Nathanael Bartholomew, often identified with Nathanael, is one of the most enigmatic apostles. Jesus described him as an Israelite in whom there is no deceit. John 1:47. Bartholomew is believed to have evangelized in regions like India, Armenia, and Ethiopia. His death is among the most gruesome. Tradition claims he was flayed alive and then beheaded. Artistic depictions often show him holding a flaying knife or wearing his skin, symbolizing his brutal martyrdom. Bartholomew's unwavering faith amid such suffering serves as a testament to the courage of early Christians. Matthew, a tax collector, was among the most surprising of Jesus' disciples. Seen as a collaborator with Rome, Matthew's inclusion in Jesus' group demonstrated the inclusive nature of the gospel. He authored the first gospel, bridging Jewish traditions and the New Covenant. Matthew's martyrdom is not well documented, but traditions suggest he was killed in Ethiopia or Persia. Possible methods of death include beheading, burning, or stoning. Matthew's transformation from an outsider to a key figure in the faith exemplifies how Jesus calls people from all walks of life. Thomas, doubting Thomas as Thomas, is famously remembered for his skepticism about Jesus' resurrection, earning the nickname Doubting Thomas. When Jesus appeared to him, Thomas declared, "My Lord and my God." John 20:28, affirming his faith. Tradition holds that Thomas traveled to India, where he established Christian communities. He was martyred in Chennai in 72 AD, speared to death. Today, many Indian Christians trace their faith back to his mission. Thomas's journey from doubt to unwavering faith highlights the power of personal encounters with Christ. James, son of Alphaeus, remains one of the most obscure apostles. Some traditions associate him with James the Lesser or James the Just, though their identities are debated. James is believed to have been martyred in Egypt, possibly crucified or stoned. Despite the limited information about him, his inclusion in Jesus' group underscores that every disciple, regardless of prominence, has a role in God's plan. Jude Thaddeus, also called Thaddeus, is often confused with Judas Iscariot. Known for asking Jesus how he would reveal himself to the disciples and not the world, Jude displayed a deep curiosity about faith. Tradition claims Jude was martyred in Beirut, alongside Simon the Zealot in 65 AD. Religious art often depicts him with an axe, symbolizing his manner of death. Jude's writings and martyrdom reflect his steadfast dedication to spreading the gospel, even in the face of danger. Simon the Zealot. Simon's nickname, the Zealot, may indicate his association with the Zealot movement or his fervent faith. Little is known about him, and his death is surrounded by conflicting accounts. Traditions suggest Simon was martyred in Persia, crucified, or sawed in half. Other accounts claim he died peacefully. His zeal, whether for politics or faith, highlights the diversity of Jesus' followers. Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot is infamous for betraying Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. Though remorseful, his regret did not lead to repentance. His death is recorded in two accounts. Matthew states he hanged himself, while Acts describes his body bursting open after a fall. Reconciling these accounts suggests Judas hanged himself, and his decomposing body later fell, rupturing on impact. His betrayal and tragic end serve as a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed and lost faith. Conclusion. The stories of the 12 apostles offer powerful lessons about faith, sacrifice, and redemption. From Peter's boldness to John's love, from Andrew's humility to Thomas's journey from doubt, their lives inspire us to reflect on our own faith. Which apostle's story resonated most with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to join us for more episodes exploring the mysteries of history and faith. Until next time, stay inspired.